If you're anything like me, you're just thinking flat earthers actually exist. Yeah, they might come out of the woodwork. You got a home here. Welcome to the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of a state, nation, and world that we live in. Appreciate you hanging out. Always check out all of our socials that this broadcasts on. If you miss it during the week, Mondays, Wednesdays at 11 o'clock, it's okay. It's always going to be right around there on the YouTubes, on the Gram, on Facebook. Check it out. Yeah. And then check out 0% Interest on YouTube exclusively as it stands. At 0% Interest NA. So check that out, subscribe, and get on out there and check out all the new fun. We on Tuesday, yesterday, we shared a really cool story about the very first openly gay professional baseball player that invented something that has changed sports. Not even sports. This guy invented something you've done. Guarantee it 100,000,000% you've done it. And you still do it several times, probably hundreds of times, like thousands of times. So you came up with it in the middle of a game. Check it out. So you know what I'm talking about. Appreciate you being here. I was reminded in my studies for the show, I was reminded of two stories that absolutely sucked. And not in the good way. Because we always say in hunting, embrace the suck. The hard part of it, the challenging part of it, embrace that. And I got to tell you, it's not easy to do. But there's a sucky part of hunting that happens. And to me, it's even suckier than if you misplace the shot of a big game animal and you lose it. You shoot a bird, you can't find it. Much worse than that, because at the end of things, at the end of the day, the circle of life, there are several animals that are going to be fed from what you've done. So you'll be all right, but you're not taking it home. It's a horrible feeling. Not as bad as this. This is when you get a big game animal down and you process it, you send it to a processor, you go back and you get the meat, you put the meat in the freezer, and the freezer conks out. I got a call from Slav. Get over to SlavOsalt.com, by the way. And he said, dude, we went up to the cabin, came back. There was some construction going on at the house. They're doing a remodel. He said they cut the power and they didn't turn the power back onto the garage. My elk, my bison, gone. He said, my garage smells like death and I have to clean this out. And it's an entire, well, basically half and half. So essentially an animal gone. Gone. I can't tell you how devastating this is. Well, actually, I can tell you how devastating. I got a call from Intern Beans. Intern Beans had Hogzilla. Got the biggest wild hog I've ever seen. She took it down with an AR. Thing was 6-7 times the size of her. And she kept her, the processed meat, the chops, the ground, all of that. She kept that in the garage freezer at her mom's house. I had a call from Intern Beans one day. She's just distraught. She's like, Mom let the freezer out in the garage go unplugged because the circuit tripped and she didn't turn it back on. And now my pig's gone. My gut. I think some shenanigans happened there, but yeah. Anyway, that's why it's her mom's house, not my house. Anyway, just a gut feeling, just like getting gut punched. It's just so bad. Because not only are you excited about the meat, I mean, this grocery store's around the corner. I mean, don't we get that argument from every non-hunter? Oh, it's grocery store around the corner. This isn't the same. There's a reason why we eat the heart of the animals that we take, and it's not just because they're delicious. They're fantastic. We grow those bad boys up. It's just it's a connection. I know it sounds romantic and it sounds like, oh, Mike, yeah, sure you have a connection. You do. You have a connection. Period. Plain and simple. And once that connection's there, you want to honor that animal. And we are going to be talking in the next few weeks. We're going to be talking about Matt Ranella. I believe his name's Matt. Steve Ranella's brother. who's anti-hunting shows. Make that math. We will. It's interesting discussion. But you respect the animal that you've taken that is now nourishment to your body, your friends, your family. It's celebration, it's memories. Gone. So let's talk about that. Shall we? Let's talk about my biggest fear, which is my freezer conks out. I got 2 of them in the garage. I've got bison in there, I've got elk in there, I've got a cow. I've a chicken, I've got pork, I've got it all in there. That conks out, I don't know what to do. I know what I'm gonna do. If that conks out, I would just go, but I make sure it doesn't conk out. There's ways to do that. Let's talk about that first, and then if there's just no way around it, the power goes out in your neighborhood. The power goes out in your neighborhood. First of all, is I want you to look into. I haven't really tested Goal Zero, but I've tested Jackery. And Jackery, just like it's just spelled just like it sounds, Jackery, Jackery. I have a good collection of Jackery batteries. And they're not small batteries. They're big mamma jammas that weigh like 40 pounds. And they're solar powered. They're they're under my stairs right now. They are charged. They are ready to go. If the power goes out in my house, those are the first things that I'm plugging in are my freezers. Period. I can light a candle. I can go by firelight. That's okay with me. I have flashlights. I'm good. The freezers aren't good. So I have those things charged. Now, they're charged, but I said they were solar powered. So there's a cord that rolls out to a solar panel that I get to place outside, and it stays running. That's the important part of this. That's why I'm talking about Jackery. And by the way, don't go to jackery.com and go buying stuff. Don't do that. Wait till it's probably this, probably this coming weekend, probably 4th of July, they'll probably have some sales. Anytime there's a Prime Day, Jackery goes half off. Do not buy outside of that. Because you'll get so ticked off when you see their discount. Whoa. And it's substantial. And these things are awesome. They were great. Got a little tiny one for the jumping jack, and that one just sits in there and just charges the cell phones and charges the Garmins and just charges everything. Just keeps going. I think on 3 days, it went down to 82%. That's it. It was charging the kids' phones. It was charging iPads. Yeah. And yes, I let the kids take iPads camping. You should. And they should have outdoor type apps on that iPad. And that's what they're playing with. Go discover these 3 birds. Go discover those 5 plants, whatever it is. And now with Google, whatever, you can just take a picture of it and be like, what is this? Ding. It tells you. So yes, I'm okay with that. But the Jackery in the spot is just right. Just perfect. Little tiny guy. It's about the size of an old school, like a little radio. It's fabulous. But then the big bad boys, the big mamma jammas, can actually keep a trailer going for about a day. Then you add on the soiler on top of that. Oh, hell yeah, baby. Yeah. Yeah. You're dancing now. So Jackery is the only one. I'm not sponsored by Jackery. I'm not, but I have a lot of their stuff. I was very disappointed too because I used to have a Jackery phone charger, the portable phone charger. I can't find it again. I lost it to the aforementioned baby mama house. So I don't know. I can't find it. They don't make them anymore. So sad. Now I'm like stuck with this brick thing. Look at this. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. This thing's gigantic. Jackery's little tiny thing is fabulous. Yeah. They also have like rapid wall chargers. Jackery's got it going on. So go check it out. But anyway, so that's how to keep it running if you can't keep it running. Here's the deal. Your freezer will act as a cooler for a long time, for a good amount of time. And every time you lift the lid to test it, you're raising the temperature of the inside. So seal that damn thing, tape around it, and hope the power comes back on quickly. And when I say tape around it, I'm talking about tape around where the lid closes or the door closes. Don't let any air get out of there. Let all that cold stay in there, because now it's gonna work in like a little symbiont circle, right? So there's frozen foods that are keeping the walls cold. The cold walls are keeping the food frozen. So it just stays in there, stays at an equal temperature, and it stays for a while. It is meant to hold temperature. In the meantime, get your canning coolers ready. Bring your canning coolers in from the garage where it's hot as Hades. Bring them in there. Get them to at least room temperature. Okay. If you're like me, you have a lot of frozen water bottles around, throw them in there and make sure you cool those walls. A lot of people don't know that is that you get a roto-molded cooler and like, this thing doesn't hold ice like it advertises it does. Well, you're not doing it right. You got to make the walls cool first, and then you put your cold stuff in there and it stays for days. Okay. That's what you're going to do. And then as it passes through, like now your cooler's starting to raise temperature. So you're like, all right, let's get them out. Let's get them in here in the canyon and make sure that stays there. And it can stay in the freezer too. The freezer's fine. Freezer's going to keep it for a little bit, but get it into the cooler inside your house and make sure that you start processing, because you just have to. You're going to have to. You're going to eat burgers, or you're going to eat, but I don't have electricity. Well, you probably have a grill outside. You can do that. You got a match, don't you? Charcoal? Hell. You definitely make that happen. Or you just plan ahead. You're like, you know what? This is probably going to happen to me. It's probably going to suck. So I'm going to just jerky a lot of this stuff. I'm going to air seal it with a little vacuum sealer, and freeze it. Last for a long time doing that. Or just keep it in the cabinet. Oh yeah, I forgot we're talking about the freezers don't work anymore. That's right. But jerky a lot of that stuff in preparation for that. Just you know what to do. It's tragic. It's tragic. I know some of you have like garage freezers and things like that have, this, you find a deal on something at the store, and I'll put all my frozen foods in there. I'm going to freeze that stuff and save it for later. I know all you guys, so it's just like, oh my God, there's so much money down the drain. Now it's money, time, and an animal. It's horrific. It's really, really sad. All right. You might have seen it on the title here of this show is Flat Earthers. Y'all, I didn't know that was still a thing. I did not know that was still a thing, that people think that the earth is flat. I would sooner, I don't want to say conspiracy theory. I would sooner believe that we're living in a simulation than the earth being flat. Debunked 100 times over, and here people are, nope, it's flat. Nope, it's flat. So I said on Monday that after Wednesday's show, that's the show, that you were going to want to buy Columbia gear, that you were going to want to spend a little more money and buy Columbia gear. And by the way, in my old age, I'm just all about buying quality and not quantity. I want just quality stuff that's going to last a long time. Columbia usually is that. And I'm talking about the Columbia get it, the online from their store. I'm not talking about the stuff at like Ross and JCPenney, not JCPenney, Ross and what's the other one? TJ Maxx. That's made for Ross and TJ Maxx. That's not made the quality of, that just has the Columbia logo on. In most cases. Queen Bee's going to come at me at that. Queen Bee swears that those places are full of just, hand-me-downs, essentially stuff that didn't sell in the department store. Some of it is. But there's Vera Wang stuff in there. I'm like, come on. Vera Wang isn't going to sell things at Ross or allow her stuff to be sold at Ross. Let's be real here. And by the way, you go to go to one of those Ross. Cool dog section. They got a lot of dog stuff for cheap. I turned intern Nuge onto that one, and he was like, dude, saving so much money than buying at the other stores. Yep. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, Flat Earthers. Columbia is, and this is just genius advertising. It truly is genius advertising. because there's no way it can happen. And people are talking about it. That's why it goes viral, because, okay, put up or shut up. The CEO of Columbia said, if anyone can show me the end of the earth, you flat earthers, I'll give you my company. Columbia has got a market value of $3 billion. I'm going to give you all the company's assets, everything. If you show me a picture of the end of where this ends, we'd love to see it. And the flat earthers are pissed. A lot like the climate change activists. At the time, it was global warming activists, when the founder of the Weather Channel said, okay, I'm going to take y'all to court. Take me to court then. It doesn't exist. It's not what you say it is. Take me to court. Don't know what happened. I got to look into that. I got to find out the story of that. Maybe we'll talk about that next time. I'm not saying climate change is a hoax. Climate's always changing. It's always changing constantly since the beginning of the planet. So I'm not saying it's a hoax. Just saying that some of the people that are making money, not all of the people that are making money on it, make sure that you're deathly afraid of it, because it makes them more money. Anyway, they wanted to take that to court so it would be settled, whether it's really something that man is causing or whether it's not. And I don't know what happened. So Columbia is doing it. What Columbia is doing. So here it is. Without further ado, actually probably with further ado. Let me do this. Let me watch this. Watch this. This is so YouTube doesn't get me mad. Credit Columbia YouTube. There we go. Watch this. Bing. Yeah. See, I don't want to follow rules. I don't want to go through the nastygram anymore. Not the nastygram, that video I had to go through where Russell is stealing content. Not stealing content. Just check it out. Actually hyping the hell out of them. Check this thing out. This is so cool.
Hi, I'm Tim Boyle. I'm the CEO here at Columbia Sportswear. And this message is for flat earthers. You guys claim there's an end to the earth? Well, just go snap a picture.
Yeah.
Send it to us, and you get the assets of the company.
All of them.
All of it.
Yes.
No paperwork, no lawyers, no catches.
Tim, there is some paperwork.
Hey, we're giving you all this. This.
Love this guy.
There's a lot of good stuff in here. This.
Has a note on it.
This. Shh. How long is this meeting? All this. This.
How did he do that?
This.
That's actually a rental.
Oh. Not this. All this. This and all of that. Hey, flat earthers, do me a favor. If you're going to the edge of the earth, wear Columbia. You'll need it. Best of luck.
Expedition Impossible. That makes me want to wear nothing but Columbia gear in the outdoors. A, because their CEO is one of the coolest, most relatable, cool dudes I want to hang out with and just have coffee on some cabin porch and just, I don't know, dude, impart wisdom upon me. That guy. Yeah. I love this. I love Columbia Sportswear. And it's expensive, dude. Columbia Sportswear ain't cheap. The stuff I have has lasted me for a damn long time. But just this branding is genius. Expedition Impossible. And the O in Impossible, I don't know if you guys caught that. Let me see here. See the O in Impossible right there? Is flat. See flat earth. See what they did there? Yeah. Yep. Love it. Love every piece of that. I'm going to share that with everyone. It is fantastic. Oh, we're going to give you a whole company. $3 billion. Now, some of you might be rolling your eyes and saying, Mike, come on. It's in jest. They're not giving the company away. One, if someone discovers the end of the planet, they're not worried about owning Columbia. They're worried about their tour, their island, their bazillions they will make, their Nobel Science Prize. They're worried about that. But Mike, they're not really going to give you the. They have to. It's out there. And good for Columbia. Like, okay, dude, if it is, it is. Cool, rock on. That's the same way as the founder of the Weather Channel. He's like, all right, let's go to court. See how it works. Here's how we know they have to do it. It's a fantastic story, and we'll tell this on 0% Interest down the road as well, of an old campaign by Pepsi. Pepsi, I don't know what the exact campaign was. That's why I'll check ZPI a little bit later, and we'll have the full story for you. But Pepsi gave Pepsi points for Pepsi swag. So if you had the proofs of purchase, remember that? Yeah. Oh, yeah, 3 more proofs of purchase, and I get my little sandals or whatever. You collected Pepsi points, and you got Pepsi gear, like a Pepsi hat, Pepsi t-shirt, Pepsi jackets, Pepsi anything, right? The commercial that launched this program had an F4 Harrier as something that they could win. And it said something like 10 million points or something like that at the bottom of the commercial. So a dude goes, okay. Found a way to get the 10 million points, whatever it was, and went to Pepsi. He's like, where's my jet? You said right there on your ad that there'd be a jet. Where the jet? Where that? And it went to court. It went up in court. So tune into 0% Interest in a couple of weeks, and we'll have that story for you. It is absolutely wild. There's a full documentary, I believe, on Netflix about it. It makes sense. You can't do that and advertise that if something happens, if X, you get Y, you can't not give Y when they get X. So that was part of it, kind of cool like that. But good on Columbia. I'm going to play that one more time just for you guys because I think it's just
Hi, I'm Tim Boyle. I'm the CEO here at Columbia Sportswear. And this message is for flat earthers. You guys claim there's an end to the earth? Well, just go snap a picture. Send it to us, and you get the assets of the company. All of it. No paperwork, no lawyers, no catches.
I'm Tim. There is some paperwork.
Sorry.
Hey, we're giving you all this. This.
See the disclaimer?
There's a lot of good stuff in here.
See it? Disclaimer, YouTube.
This.
Has a note on it.
This.
How can you not love these guys?
This. Shh. How long is this meeting? All this. This.
How did he do that?
This.
That's actually a rental.
Not this. All this. This and all of that.
Yes.
Hey, flat earthers, do me a favor. If you're going to the edge of the earth, wear Columbia. You'll need it. Best of luck.
Can't believe it. I'm going to Expedition Impossible. I want to get involved. Definitely want to get involved. So yes, let me take this off and let's get back to our normal programming here. So this is why we should have intern Beans, but she's a graduate now. So there you go. Boom. All right, guys, we're not doing a Monday show. Just celebrating the holiday weekend because it's just on a weekend, so we're not doing anything on Monday, and we're going to hang out on Wednesday. So we'll do that. So 1 week from today, we will see you in 1 week. A very happy 250th anniversary of this great experiment in democracy, and to this beautiful country again. Our leadership of this country, I will go down. You can't talk me off the ledge on this one. Has completely failed us. They are criminals, and they are absolutely horrible to this nation. What makes this nation the greatest nation in the world is the 335 million of us that are just built different. It's the collection of us. We are the greatest country because we're the greatest peoples as a collective. Truly are. I don't know why we vote the way we do, but we do, apparently. So anyway, happy Independence Day. And happy Independence Day weekend. Please be safe out there. This is not it's not a weekend to screw around. The amateurs will be out in full force, and they will be drinking. They will be driving. So, yeah. We didn't even talk about Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's opened up right up the road. They closed the exit to my exit off the freeway. I haven't even been yet. I'll report back when I go to Buc-ee's. I will. All right. Happy Independence.